Hello, friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Excuse me. Today is Wednesday, May 27th. It is 5:03 p.m. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I had to get my props. I had to get my gloves. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about gloves. Okay, so I don't know about your area, but again, I'm disgusted by my neighborhood. People, I see gloves on the floor in parking lots all over town. Publix, Target, it doesn't matter where you go, people pull them off and throw them in the street. First of all, I think that's just gross, and I also think it's disrespectful. But I kind of have no words, right? Because why should we be doing that anytime, let alone now, while you think you might have something contaminated on your hands? But when it comes to gloves, I can share with you the proper way to remove them and dispose of them. Okay, so the gloves worn by most people are not sterile gloves. These are not sterile. These are disposable gloves. Okay, so what we wear in the operating room during a sterile procedure come in sealed packages. They're sterile, and you put them on after you scrub your hands and you do all the proper sterilization that you need to do. So the protection at that point is to protect you from the patient for the most part and not giving any germs to your patient. But obviously it could work the other way around if your patient has some type of infectious disease. In this case, the protection is provided to who's wearing them. Okay, so these are supposed to provide me protection if I touch something, but I'm supposed to wear them and throw them away properly so that these aren't contaminated on the ground. But if you don't remove the gloves properly, or if you touch your face like I was doing before, again, haven't left the house, so it's no big deal. But if I've been out and about, now I'm touching my face, my nose is running, I got something under my eye, and no matter, the germs aren't getting through your skin, it's getting in through your face. So through your eyes, your nose, your mouth. So wearing them doesn't provide you protection unless you know how to avoid all of that. Okay, so don't touch your face when you're wearing gloves, plain and simple. But how do you take them off without contaminating? Because if all of this is contaminated, you can't get the gloves off properly. And then, if you touch your skin, if I go like this and take off the gloves, well, now I've touched my skin. So the way you take off gloves appropriately is, you see here at the wrist, you want to take it like this. Okay, you see how I'm grabbing the glove but not touching my skin? And then you're going to turn it inside out like this. Okay, and now on this one, see, now I'm holding the glove in my hand. Now this side, I want to grab inside where it's not contaminated, and I want to pull. And you can actually, if you did it right, which I didn't, you could actually tuck one inside the other. But if you don't, and you get it like this area of what I'm touching is not showing anything contaminated. The contaminated part is all inside now because you've turned them inside out. Now is when you take them and you put them in a garbage pail. Not on the parking lot floor, not in your car, not in your purse. Okay, so you find a garbage pail, you walk and you throw them away. Okay, I'm going to put them here and continue. So don't try to reuse them. Don't try to take them home and wash them and turn them inside out again. They are meant to be one-time use, and then you throw them away. Once you take them off, then what do? Apply hand sanitizer. Okay, let's assume that you got stuff on your hands even though you were protecting yourself. So put some hand sanitizer on and then go home. Or if you're going to another store, put on a new pair of gloves at the new store and do the process again. And as soon as you can get to soap and water, as soon as you get home, you wash your hands. Okay, so that is the proper way of using disposable gloves. Now I have it all written out, but I'm not even gonna have to read my notes because I know how to do it. Now you guys know also. Okay, it's not difficult. It just takes a little common sense. So again, on this side, when you take the glove from the glove side because you don't want to touch your skin, and you pull this one inside out, and then the other side, now you have a bare hand, you want to put it under the glove and pull it off so that you don't touch, even the rim of the glove may have germs on it. So you are using them for that purpose. So you want to make sure you take them off with the intention that the entire glove is contaminated. Okay, let's briefly discuss latex allergies, okay? Because most gloves that are still being sold on the market are made of latex. Okay, there are plenty of these. I think these are nitrile gloves, so they are not made of latex, but most of the gloves most people are buying, I believe, are still latex. Now, it is estimated that 8 to 12% of healthcare workers are latex sensitive. Okay, latex is a natural substance that's made from the milky fluid obtained from a rubber tree. Okay, some people develop contact dermatitis to latex, but others actually develop breathing problems from the airborne allergens that come off of the gloves. Okay, so these things, and not just the powder. I mean, there's powder inside, which you could be sensitive to, but the latex particles, even though it's a solid to us, when you pull off those gloves, that latex can actually become airborne. And if you're sensitive, you can develop anything from mild allergy-like symptoms to full-blown anaphylaxis if you are inhaling these particles. Now, the allergy is actually believed to be due to repeat exposure. So you may wear latex gloves once or twice or have no issues with them, in the beginning, but the more you continue to use them, which is the case for most of the people around these days, we're going to see a large percentage of people developing latex sensitivities. Okay, when it was isolated to healthcare workers or maybe food workers wearing them, the numbers of people were smaller. But now that mass populations of people are wearing gloves, latex allergies are going to go on the rise. Now, again, there are alternatives to latex, but they don't have the same elasticity as latex, and the fine dexterity might be lost. So if you're using them for any other purpose than just shopping and protecting yourself, latex is preferred. But if you can find the other ones, then you take out that factor of developing latex sensitivity or allergy. Okay. So again, that said, the general population probably won't notice these minor dexterity things because of the purpose that they're using them. But latex sensitivities and allergies will increase. No doubt. All right. Whether it's over the next 3 months, 6 months, a year, we may not see it for a couple of years, but it will happen based on the fact that more people are wearing gloves. And again, latex allergies are nothing to sneeze at, no pun intended. They can be life-threatening, especially if you are not diagnosed officially and you can go to the dentist or you have surgery and you're exposed to latex after you've developed that sensitivity and you're not even wearing gloves anymore, but somebody is wearing gloves and touching you. So this is a real thing. I've had friends, anesthesiologist friends, who actually had to retire from and go out on disability because they couldn't even be in the operating room with other people wearing latex gloves. That's how sensitive this particular friend was. So along with the risk of skin problems and superimposed infection that we talked about, the casual use of gloves is not necessary and not encouraged. So again, you may disagree with me. If you want to wear gloves, that's your personal choice. As I'm reading all over Facebook, you do what's right for you. I'm just trying to give you some medical information to back up my personal decision, and you do as you wish. So on that note, if you have a friend who is interested in this topic, you can share this on your page, tag them in my post, however you'd like to do it. But, let's get out the appropriate knowledge, okay? On that note, it's finally sunny here in South Florida. Hope it lasts. You guys have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow for another Live in 5.